together now. So now the next thing, let me have a content for about us. Let me go there, which is about us. Of course, put a prompt on ChatGPT. Now is blank. Yeah, I have something now. Let me quickly do that. Okay, and say, okay, here. Bam. I have this here. It's as simple. About me, my portfolio. I have the header, the same structure, the earlier page that we had in the earlier page. And we will have this. Now just come here, refresh the page, and we have this. Fantastic. Again, don't forget, HTML has to do with the content. You now need to style it appropriately for it to look good. Now, this has not been styled yet, and we will do that. Again, projects also, there is nothing in projects. The same way we did the other time, of course, where's the project page? This is the project HTML. There is no content there. So let us style the projects. Sorry, let us have our context in the project. I just have a little content that I've put together here. Brief description, projects 1, 2, 3. Now we have this. Okay, also yet to be styled. So look at the way it looks now, and we see the beauty of our CSS as we go on. And finally, let's have a content for our contact page. So here's our contact page, and we have this. So we have these three. So we have only styled our O. We are yet to style the about, the project, and the contacts. Don't forget our best practice. As you are making changes to your code, ensure that you are having them on your source code repository. Again, let's make it clear this. So what is the step? The first thing is to add, which is git add this. It adds everything. Then make a change, commit, git commit -m. As I said, -m is message. And what are we saying? Okay, contents, contents for pages added. Okay, and the final thing is what we push. Then we just do git push. And the moment we push, now before we push, let's go to GitHub and have a look at this together. Where is it? Okay, so this is our Git repository, right? If you look at it now, before now, we have index. We don't have anything, on the remote repository on index. We don't have in about us, but we make changes locally. For you to be on the safe side, you push. So let's do that together. Git push. The moment you push and this is done, you come here. What you push is reflecting automatically. Go to index. Voila, you have your content here. So as you are developing, ensure that you are having it remotely. So with this now, if anything should by chance happen to my laptop, it crashes, or as I'm working now, there is need for me to leave where I am to another place and I want to continue. You understand? I don't even need to go with my laptop. When I get there, I have access to any laptop. I just log in. I can pull this to that new laptop and make changes. And that is good. So good. Now, these are our pages. So let us style them now. So the first thing is, let's style our about us page. Of course, each page can have its own style, but we are putting every of our style in this single style page. So I have style here, which you can also generate from the ChatGPT prompts. Let me just show you the prompt I used so that you see it is not anything. After we have this, okay, we have this, then let's come here. I just told it something simple. Okay, let me see. Okay, about page. Okay, good. I said, okay, can you give me the about page, factoring in header and footer? That is the CSS. I asked it for the CSS and it gave me, some response. And let me copy the response that it gave me, for that. And we update what we have earlier on. Here we have it at page 29. So the styling for our About Us page, let me copy it and put it there. Okay, good. So we have this, we add to what we have in our About Us page. Basically, it's talking about the different sections there. And we come here, you see, it is styled already. Now, I need to show us something. You can see that there is no image here. Here's the About Me page. Okay, look at the About Me page here. It says, okay, image, I should have an image called profile.image here, but I don't have it because this is my image directory. I don't have anything here. So that is why we are having this. Also, when you click on this download, it's saying it is not available because if you look here, I told it that, okay, you should create a link to where I have my resume.pdf. That also is not there. Where is the assets directory? Okay, we didn't even create it as a directory. Sorry, let me create it as a directory. On the TMDC assets. Oh, there is a name called assets before. There was a mistake. Create a file called assets. Okay, so let me create a folder. Good. So we have nothing in assets. So that is why this is leading nowhere. So projects hasn't been styled. So let us provide the styling for our project too. So we go back to our style and add the portion for project. Also, you can do that with, the ChatGPT prompts that we did earlier run. So, so I have this. Let me just copy all this and add. Okay, let me do the same for contacts so that we can have everything together once and for all. So I update my SCSS. All these are generated with ChatGPT, and I come here and you see, I have it all styled now. So we are getting there gradually. So we have all these pages now. So what next? Now, when you come to About Us page, we don't have the image here. Okay. When you come to projects, we don't have the project images here. And when we come to contacts, of course, when we send, it's not doing anything. So what is the next thing that we need to do? Now we can change some of the contents. Let's change my portfolio contents that we have here. I come to index, under here TMDC portfolio. Let's do the same thing for all the pages. As we go on, you realize that you can have some of this, you know, you won't have to replicate, but of course, we are getting there gradually. We are just beginning. So that is why we are replicating some of these things. It's not efficient, but of course, we will start from somewhere and let's have it in my contacts also. We've changed the context in the contents of the header. You see, we have the same thing now across the pages. So next thing, let's make it more appealing. On the About Us page, it requires an image here. And what do we need to do? Based on what ChatGPT told us, when you come to your About Us page, you're supposed to have the image in this directory called images, and we can have the name. So I will do something now. It said profile.jpg. Okay, now I will get my image, put it there. Even if it is another name, I can bring it here and just change the name. So I have an image somewhere here. Let me see if I can lay my hands on it. Okay, great. Good. So I copy this, I put it under images, I paste it here. So I have profile lot image. So even if it is another name, let's give it another name, profile_1. Okay, you have profile underscore one here, but what our about us page is saying is profile. So, which means it is still not recognizing it as profile. So, all we need to do is to just update the name. Now, okay, this is the name of the image that we have instead. And when we do this, you have your image. Good. So, what next? Other things you can fine tune. Oh, let's change the content. I am, what is it? I am putting your name here. Okay. Okay. And as you are making the changes, are reflecting here, and you provide every other thing here. Don't forget, as you are doing this, we push to our Git repository, Git add, okay, Git commit. Let's say, okay, update CSS page with, styling. And you do what? Git push. And the change, reflects on GitHub immediately. Again, this is leading us nowhere. When you click on this is a dead link. And of course, when you come here, it's saying we should have this folder called resume under assets. So, and if you look at our assets directory here, we don't have anything there. So what we need to do is just to get that content and put it there. Now, what we are saying in essence is, of course, your own website will not necessarily be like this, but we are giving us the basics. Okay, when you click here now, of course, this takes you to the PDF of your resume. So you can change the content, you can change the styling, you can change the color. Oh, I don't want black here. I want it to be blue instead. It is simple. Just go to the CSS class and change. And if you say, oh, how do I know the portion of the CSS class that I need to change? As I told you earlier on, just come to developer settings, okay? And you will click on it to know, okay, I come here. The moment you click on the section, it will tell you where it is. So it's telling me on my style sheet, line 13, this is where I need to change. Okay, it's saying the background is 222. So if I take this off, you see this away now. So I can make the change here, see how it looks. Okay, let me change it to blue. What's the color code for blue? I don't remember it offhand. I can check. But of course, we have 222 here before now. These are different color codes, Oh, which one? Anyone you prefer? Okay, this is the one that is there. Oh, which one, matches what I want? Okay, I want to change the color to brown. You understand? It is brown, which means it's telling me on this line 13, I can go and just change it to brown. So let's go, because if you refresh now, it will disappear because the change is just ephemeral. So I come here, CSS, line 13. Where is it? Here is its header. It was 222. Let me change to brown. Okay. And the change will reflect everywhere. You see now it is now brown. So now you know where and how to make a change on your website. So let's change it back to what it was before. I come back here. Okay. Yeah, back to the color. So, of course, you do the same thing for all the other pages. We are gradually coming to the end. The same thing with projects, add the description, you know what to do to change the contents. It's just simple. It's saying, oh, my project's project one. You can change it. Okay. Oh, I want it to be first projects instead of project one. Okay, first project. And of course, the change reflects here immediately. And this time around, we need images to be put here because based on what we have here, we are supposed to have a project called project two, project one, and project three. So let me just grab some images and put in my, okay, images directory. I have them here. And voila, when I refresh, I have it. So you see, it is looking good. Don't forget, learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in AI era. Now, don't forget I said earlier on that there are some tools that can help you with a single prompt build your own websites. But we want you to learn it in a way that you know where changes are made. There is something called called depth. You understand? If you just allow AI to build it for you without knowing what you are doing, when there is need for you to make a change or change a behavior or add new feature, it might be quite challenging. But with this step by step, of course, we are gaining time and we are making progress. So you can see how we are doing it. And finally, we will be going to our JavaScript. Let's go back to our presentation and see where we are. Okay, good. So that was the last thing we did. Okay. And as I said earlier on, you can customize the theme, some of which we have been doing. And finally, okay, not finally, on our page now, the JavaScript magic. So what do we want to do? You need to make your web page interactive, not just navigating from one page to the other. The way the navigation is done, you want to ensure that the browser can respond to you. You provide input. It can take that input. It can process that input. And of course, you want to interact with other, components outside your own local development. Later on, you'll be learning about, okay, API, back-end server, and things like that. It is JavaScript that helps you to do that. Of course, we have several variants of it today. TypeScript, for example, you understand? But they all have the basis in JavaScript. That is the language. And just go to ChatGPT also. Don't forget, few things you want to do now. Smooth scrolling. Okay, you want to have a typewriter effect, when it is showing and how to undo your form. The other time we created the form page, but it's not doing anything. What do you want to happen? Let me show us, for example, so that we be on the same page. When you come to contact us page, for example, let me provide my name, Emmanuel A. Okay, A. Let me put in my email email address. Okay, hello. Okay, nothing is happening. You're just emptying the content. But you can make this interactive by instructing it, okay, instructing it about what to do. And you'll be doing that with your JavaScript. So what is the prompt that we are going to use? Of course, you can play around with the prompts, but this is the prompt that I like us to do together. Create a JavaScript for a portfolio website with smooth scrolling, typewriter effects for the hero tests, and a simple contact form handler. Do that at your own end, and let's see the outcome that it is going to give you. Okay, I have that done here, and I have something. And of course, that we are going to put in our main.js. So where's our main.js? 1 minute. Let's go back to our development screen. Okay, so we come here. What you're getting from there, you have it here. Okay, and that is it. So you see, we've added it here. Oh, okay, let's see. Contact form. Let's do something here. Okay, Emmanuel A. Okay, this. Hello. Okay, you can see now JavaScript helps us say, thank you, your message has been sent. You understand? Though it is not sent anywhere, but that is the behavior we told it. Okay, and here is it. You understand? We had this, each of the forms that we added, we have name, image, and what? Message. And we are telling us that if, okay, of course, we will learn this as time goes on. If name, this means empty or is not there, okay, or there is no email or there is no message, give us, please fill in the fields. This is what we are saying. We are telling it that, okay, I provided the name, okay, I didn't put anything in email. I just come here and say, oh, hello, and you click, it should do what? You say, please fill out this field. That's the instruction. You understand? So you can change that, of course, yeah, we can change that anywhere here. We say we should make it red, fill out all fields. Put something there that will enable you to know. Then again, when the form is submitted, we say at the process, we say sending message, then thank you, your message has been sent. So you do all that with your JavaScript. So that is the beauty of JavaScript. So let's go back. So we are done now. The next thing now is now to customize the page the way you want it to look. Adding your own content. If you need to add additional page, now you know what to do. For example, we have home, about, projects, contact. Want this to be maybe about us instead of about. Simple. You have the foundation. Come here. Okay, let's start with our index page about, let's say, about TMDC. Now, we did that for this. Of course, the change has reflected. You do the same thing for other pages. As I told you earlier on, we are doing all this because we are starting up. Eventually, you will create an header that will be uniform for all the pages so that when you make the change once, it reflects on all the pages. So now you can add content. Now I realize I need to add another thing. Okay, maybe sign in now. Okay, you've seen the way it is. So now you can just come, okay, contact. I want to add something else to it. Let me call it sign up. Okay, sign up. And I want a page for it. Let's say I want it to be signup.html. Okay, so all you need to do is the place where you have the other files, okay, here, do the same thing and add the page here. Simple. Signup.html. Currently, it is empty. Let me just do this so we know this is what we are putting in here. So no, don't let me do this. This is bad. Let's copy what we have here. Okay, as our header. Where is it? Sign up. Okay, we have our header here. Okay, the body. This is the body, but we will change every other thing. Let me just copy what we have here. Sign up. We have it here, but instead of we having this here, okay, we take out this content and we create something here for sign up. Okay, let's create it H2. Okay, sign up. Okay, if you come here now from home, you realize you now have sign up. And when you click on it, this is what we just created. You can go to your chat GPT, you understand, and tell it, okay, can you now give me context for sign up? As simple as that. Okay, let's do that together. Then I we are coming gradually to the end. Let's do that together. Okay, let's say, okay, can you please give content for sign up page with inputs for name, email, phone number, what else? Address and a submit button. Okay, so absolutely. So let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Okay, so here is it. It's telling us just copy this. This is the signup.html. So let's go to our signup.html. Before now, this is what we have here, and here is the contents. Okay, now let's put in what ChatGPT just generated. Let's delete this and add this. And voila, when we come here and refresh, here we go. We have our sign up page, create account. Again, you can change the content the way you want it. And again, this is not styled properly. If you go back to the ChatGPT interface. He says we should add this to our style. Okay, let's go. Where is our CSS? Okay, okay. We have this. Good. And let's go back. Good. You see, it's looking better now. So the goal of this session is not to teach us everything about web development, HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. Is to lay the foundation so that if you are interested in this, you can build on this. One more thing before we go. Let's push all this to our Git repository. Git add, Git commit, okay, added sign up page, and finally Git push. The moment you do that, all your the changes you made will be reflecting here. You see the new sign up page we created here. So we've created our simple portfolio website, which you can update, and build other things on. We are gradually coming to the end of this session, and I'll be handing over to Tayo shortly. Few things. So what else from here? Okay, few things. Debugging with AI. Of course, as you are building this, there are times you encounter errors. Okay, there are times you come across things you don't really understand. The same pattern, copy the error and give it to ChatGPT is going to help you. Of course, there are other tools too. And I showed you something the other time, which is very useful and relevant, in development, is developer tool on your browser. And here is it here, developer console. If there's any error or any mistake, you will see that, flagged here. Just copy it and of course put it on your ChatGPT. Is going to explain to you and tell you what. Let's simulate one error. For example, intentionally, let's go to the about the sign up page, and intentionally, I'm not closing this tag. Okay. Um, okay. No, no, this won't even make, let me make an intentional blunder. It's supposed to give us an error somewhere that we are not doing something right. It's saying no errors found. Okay. Well, okay. I think this will make more sense. If we come here, good. This is a noticeable error. Okay, because okay, it's telling us already that there is one error here. Yeah, sorry, there is an error here. User information. You know why this is not okay. Console elements. Okay. Okay. Well, it's not displaying the error. I don't know what's happening. Sorry, my bad. Okay. You see, it noticed that, oh, there's an error somewhere here. You understand? Again, how do you get here? Just go to it's simple. On your browser, go to, go here. Okay. You will see tools here, developer tool. And of course, any error you encounter, it will be displayed here, and copy this to the browser and it's going to tell you what you need to fix. So let me go back there to my sign up page. Okay, good. So that is that. Oh, 1 minute. So as I said earlier on, use ChatGPT is going to help you. So what is the next step? The next step is all this we have been doing is actually on our local machine. How do we make it available for the world to see? That's what we call deployment. And there are several ways that we can deploy. Of course, we won't do that today, but the way it is on our browser, that is the way it will be when anybody is accessing it from anywhere when we deploy it to a publicly available server. And there are several ways you can do that. You can, of course, we've pushed to GitHub. And when you get to GitHub, go to repo setting, you understand, enable the pages. You have free 1 month or free, web server for you, and, share the URL, and anybody will have access to it live. And that is it. You make changes, okay? You push to GitHub, your website is being up, is what your website is being updated. And the same way, of course, everybody can have access to it anywhere, and you build on it as time goes on. So finally, what are the things you need to know to build on this? Learn to better communicate with AI. Okay, tell it what you need to do. Of course, there are advanced things that you will still need to learn. Like when we're talking about JavaScript the other time, it gave you some response based on the prompt. But eventually, when you are going advanced, you will need to know, oh, data type. What are the data types that we have? How do we manipulate data? Oh, how do we interact with the backend? How do we engage with the API endpoints? But of course, you start from somewhere. So how do you do that? Before you go on, just build 3 more projects using this AI workflow. Join communities. There are several communities, you can join online that can help you, build deepen your theory. And I will want to, give a good shout out to Free Code Camp. There are a lot of resources. They are there for free. Oh, we want to learn about websites building, HTML, CSS. Go to Free Code Camp. A lot of resources. Let me just go there briefly so you see what I'm referring to. Let's use the same browser. Okay, it's as simple. Okay, let's go to, Free Code Camp. Okay, this is fantastic. You can start. Oh, this is Code Academy, Yeah. Sorry, a lot of. Okay, good. This is what I'm looking for. Freecodecamp.org. A lot of things you can learn here. Start learning for free. Oh, just think about anything, okay? HTML, SC, CSS, you want to learn that there are several training materials there you can see. So, what are we saying now? We are talking about how to build on this foundation that has been laid. Deepen your theoretical knowledge, then you need to master prompting. So, basically, that is it. And we have actually come to the end of this our session. Okay. Thank you very much. Now, Tayo said something the other time about me. My name is Emmanuel. Okay, and I'm the founder of Rucats, an availability-based, marketplace for products and services. And basically, this actually targeting small and medium-scale enterprise. You come there as a small business owner, you list your item, and of course, the buyers can call me and buy. And there are a few unique things, about the platform. It's availability-based. The business owner, you put in your business there, you set up when you are available. And those that want to patronize you can book against your availability. So there won't be issue around, oh, somebody booked, but I don't have the time to fulfill this service or to actually fulfill this order. So that is one of the things that I do. And